start you off. Dean, it's Roy on the agent.
Hey, Roy.
Just keen to know your thoughts on the game today, how you guys managed to get that done. It was so crazy to finish there.
Firstly, just as you play in these road games, and we had one in Wollongong where it's just that one practice and no shoot around, and same kind of thing leading into this one, just one practice and no shoot around, and so you really kind of trust what you've built in the pre-season and the structures and playing a little bit by feel during the game. I thought what we saw in the second quarter when we really turned up our defence, held them to 12 and guarded the three-point line pretty well the whole night, and it was kind of our goal was to hold them under 7 made threes, and I think we hold them to 3, and trying to keep them off the foul line. That was something that they still did pretty well. And then as we roll into the fourth, a bit of momentum, established a good lead, but to their credit, they're on their home floor and they come fighting back and become a close game at the end there. But massive shot by Delhi to kind of re-establish that lead, and they had a play to finish it off, but we were lucky enough to get a rebound, and we didn't get enough of them tonight. 22 offensive boards, and Big Lou was he was a problem, and Jack Salt, and those guys were pretty tough on the offensive boards tonight.
Dean, the guy alongside you, Jack, there, can you just tell us about what you're seeing from him and the athleticism he's showing, even only so many months coming after such serious injury and so fresh back into the league?
Yeah, and obviously the big assignment tonight, to guard Lamar, tough cover for anyone, but I thought he worked hard on him. Him and Franks, he had the guard all night. 2 tough covers, and it's an important piece of getting the win tonight is defending those two. Again, his continual pace. We see the dunk in transition, in the fourth, and his attack on the offensive glass, and his ability to take people off the dribble when he's mismatched, and so he just offers us so many different advantages. We just got to get better at assessing what's on the floor. I thought they threw some different lineups out there tonight and make sure we maximise the best opportunity on the floor. But I didn't take him out in the fourth quarter tonight, so we tested his wind a little bit, and he came through pretty well.
Dean, I don't want you to get in a spot where you're getting fined or anything. I would just like an opinion on where unsportsmanlike fouls are at the moment in the league, because we saw Delhi's one that got changed on to offensive. Is it just getting a bit light out there in terms of what's getting called off unsportsmanlike, and where it's leaving players getting ejected or in trouble of potential getting ejected?
Yeah, interesting one. Obviously the Cooks one the other night, and throughout the game, I think there's moments where people grab singlets or shorts or different things, and maybe we need to make a really clear line. Is that going to be unsportsmanlike every time that you grab someone's shirt, or what's going to happen? Is it sometimes incidental contact in those? So that one's a tricky one. Obviously, I thought I didn't really see the Delhi play until it come up on the screen, and just giving Lamar a little bump when he was talking, and there was there's something that Lamar, I thought, pushed off on his drive to the basket, and Delhi just gave him a little push back, and so I'm certainly glad they downgraded it. I would have liked to see it downgraded a lot further to nothing, because we were on a pretty good 4-on-3 break going the other way, and for them to get the ball back and score off that possession was a game changer a little bit.
Fraser, you had your hand up next. Did you want to jump in?
Yeah. Dean, that's 8 straight now for the club. What's impressed you the most over this run?
Yeah, I knew today was going to be really tough. Just even, the feel of us, and being on the road for a long time right now, and at moments it just starts to get a little old. But I thought, once we talked about it as a group, and it's like, just go and have fun and enjoy your basketball, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. We're going to rotate a lot of guys as these multiple games come up together, and we'll see who's delivering for us, and those guys will get to play down the stretch. So, a lot of things. When we really turned up our defence in key moments, we've been tough to score on. And I think on given nights we've just found different go-tos, down the stretch. But, we keep talking about the improvements. We still turn it over 16 times, and we still and we give up 22 offensive boards. We don't, we have 9 less shots than them, and it's hard to win games if you continue to do those things. So, lots to tidy up still, but glad that we're finding different contributions and really playing some solid defence in key moments.
And Jack, one for you, mate. How important is the rhythm that you guys are now in? COVID disruptions aside, how important is that to your game in terms of just getting out there and playing on a regular basis?
I think it's pretty important, but in saying that, I'm confident in saying that for our group that we're able to adapt pretty well to, whatever situation has been thrown at us. Obviously with the little COVID break and kind of half our group going down with COVID, coming back and then getting straight into playing, in Tassie and then Illawarra, having a tough weekend back-to-back after that. Our depth is tested, and that's just the beauty of our team. Every time I'm interviewed, I'm asked about our team. Our biggest strength is our depth. Every game, everyone steps up, everyone's ready to play, understands just how valuable they are to helping us be successful, and that's just the beauty of it. And it helps us in practice, stay prepared all the time, just having a competitive environment. No matter if we have a lot of games or our preparation, isn't as long for certain teams, just depending on the schedule. I'm just confident in everyone being ready and being ready to compete, once a ball's thrown up.
Greg, you're welcome to jump in.
Delhi was obviously enormous for you guys today, and he coming off that game against Illawarra where he really lit it up. Do you feel like for all his experience and everything he's done in the game of basketball, he's starting to find his rhythm, getting used to the league as well? Because that's now a few games now where he's really just stamped his class and his authority on a match. Do you feel like he's slowly but surely warming into it and adjusting to the NBL?
Yeah, I think so, and adjusting to who we are as a team as well, and we probably want to play in some ways a little bit faster than the way that they played in a more of half-court game in the NBA that many years. So we're breaking some habits that he's developed over his time over there. But yeah, I love his competitiveness tonight, to come out of a timeout and, run a play for Chris Golding, and for him to just see an opening and bang in a big three, and then the versatility that he gives us defensively. We had him guard Lamar Patterson, we had him guard Franks, we had him guard Sobey, Kadee, we just so many different people that on any, if other matchups we lock into, then it's and Delhi can guard any one of those guys. So that defensive versatility has been massive for us. He's really becoming a true leader.
Jackson, your thoughts on playing alongside Delhi too? What does he out on the floor? What does he do for the team, and how do you find playing with him?
Oh, it's unbelievable. First of all, growing up as a country Victorian kid and watching what he was able to do through playing at college, and then obviously his time in the NBA, is someone I've idolised growing up and playing basketball. So to have him on my team, first of all, is just incredible. And yeah, something I definitely don't take for granted. But in terms of playing with him, just the head he has for the game is incredible. He's just so good at settling us at tough times. And, he's like a coach on the floor. He's a really great extension of Dino, especially down the stretch when things are getting heated, and he's just able to keep us poised and under control and come through at big moments. But yeah, man, it's just incredible the way he's able to push the floor, what he's able to do defensively. He's a guy that you can depend on, and that he's going to have your back. And as a teammate, you can't ask much more than that.
Chris, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, just one for Jack. You're impacting the game in so many different ways, and a lot of it is just because of your athleticism, your speed, the leaping ability you've got right now, and it's all because of the work you put in to get back from your injury. How nice is it knowing that you put in that work and now it's actually paying off on the court?
I mean, yeah, it feels good. I'm just happy that I'm able to be out there and contribute to us winning. Especially when I was still out at the start of the year and watching us drop those first couple games, I really just wanted to come in and try and fit in with the group. And, I knew that once kind of me and Chris got back, that hopefully, would help us in that regard and, adding some wins to the win column. But, obviously I'm just super proud of our group, how we've handled this time being on the road for this month. And yeah, for me personally, I was confident in the work that I'd put in over the 8-9 months with the rehab, and I'm glad that obviously you've said that you see me as being athletic and stuff, but I still think that I'm able to improve my body and continue to work on that as my leg continues to get stronger and conditioned with the play, and it's just as my general conditioning continues to improve. But I was pretty happy that I was able to play out the full fourth quarter and help us get over the line. But man, it's just so much fun to be able to go out there and play again. I've missed it so much.
Roy, did you want to jump back in?
All right, just wanted to close off with Jack. Just following on from that question, Jack, are you a bit ahead of where you thought you would be after 5-6 whatever games it is back into your NBL return, or are you about sort of happy with where you where you thought you'd sort of be at with being able to play fourth quarters and do the explosive stuff you're doing?
Good question. I kind of came in not trying to overthink all of that too much. Was really just trying to take it day by day, and everything that we kind of progressed to with the rehab. I was just really happy with how it was all handled and the support I got from the coaches and the medical staff and everyone that was involved with that whole journey and getting me healthy and back playing again. But I mean, in terms of the basketball stuff and being able to be effective out on the floor, I felt like a big part of it for me was mental as opposed to anything else, and just maintaining a good headspace, understanding that it's going to take time for me to get back into a rhythm and really work out how I'm able to best contribute to us winning games. But my teammates, the coaching staff, everyone around me and involved in the club has been unbelievable in supporting me and in trying to get to that point. So it just feels good now that I'm able to, I guess, be able to come up in a bit more significant late game times and make plays for us that help us get over the line. But again, I'm not trying to overthink it all too much. For me, still, it all just still feels pretty fresh for me playing, and it's something that I'm still just definitely trying to enjoy and just play as hard as I can with great effort and just enjoy being a part of such a high-level team and great bunch of guys. So yeah, just trying to take it day by day, and yeah, still feel like there's a long way for me to go.
He's well behind Roy. He missed 3 free throws tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Guess we're finishing on that. Thanks, guys.